It's Nate with Pulse PEMF and the PulseCast booth here at the 2025 Biohacking Conference. And I'm so excited. I have Natalia Naila here in the booth with me. Thank you so much for taking time
Thank
out of
you
your
so much for
schedule.
inviting me here.
She is a certified life and health coach and the host of the Wellness is Life podcast. So after this episode, you can go follow that podcast as well. And it's such an honor. First of all, congratulations on being on the cover of the Women of Biohacking issue this
Thank
year.
you.
What an honor. And I was just so thankful that you're being acknowledged for the work that you've been doing in this space.
Yes, it's incredible. And we need more women speakers out there to promote the wellness and health. And so I decided to take on this journey to prove to myself first I can do it.
Yes.
I can actually reverse my biological age. I can make myself very optimized so then I can go out and speak about and teach others. And
Yes.
so I so far have been accomplishing great things, and now I'm helping people around the world.
Which is
Uh,
so satisfying, isn't it?
yes, it's so satisfying.
So your dedication and research has brought you to an extensive understanding of the human body. Listening to some of your podcast episodes, the questions that you ask, it's clear that you have a good grasp on a lot of the subjects of the experts that you're bringing in. So what are some of the subjects that you're really excited about right now in 2025?
Right, so the subjects are more, we're moving on optimizing more on the cellular regeneration, more peptides, more stem cells, exosomes, and there's so much going on the stem cells world that we're
Yes.
still uncovering and discovering which ones are the best, which ones work. And we also measuring, like I'm working for Generation Lab right now. It's the epigenetic biological test for all the 19 organs. So
Wow.
we actually measure before and after certain interventions that we do. So we've seen in certain clients and even celebrities when they test before, and if they do certain stem cells or plasma exchange or other interventions like peptides, we see the drop in biological age intensively 10, 12, 13 years.
Wow. And that's
Yes,
just in
just
one
from
season.
in one season, in one interventions, like if it's a one stem cell protocol or even like one or two plasma exchanges. So we have so much happening right now in an industry that we didn't even imagine that could happen in 5 years ago.
Right.
And we're moving so fast. Now we're talking about certain injections that actually prevent inflammation. I was just interviewing Alina from Generation Lab on my podcast just like an hour ago, and she revealed that they're actually releasing this injection right now where you can prevent inflammation, which we know inflammation is the biggest drive before the disease happens.
Absolutely.
So, how do we prevent inflammation before the disease happens? So that's what the new shot is coming up. We're so
Yes.
excited about.
Yeah, so instead of being reactive and having to respond to everything, now we're being proactive and we're stopping these issues before they come. So, how are you staying up to date with? Because there's so much information coming at us. You're becoming a broker of information on Instagram and other channels as well. So, how are you able to keep up with all of these things?
That's right. Well, I come to conferences like this. We're today at the Dave Asprey conference, one of the biggest in the industry. I
Absolutely.
make sure I go to every conference out there at least once a month or every other 3 months somewhere. I'm now became a speaker in a lot of them, and I know everybody. So I talk
Yes.
to the owners. I know what's up. I try everything on myself from peptides. I just took my mom to do plasma exchange
I
on
saw that
herself.
video.
Yes. So we're biohacking her. We're gonna see what's her, and she's already changing incredibly.
Wow.
Like within the 4 months, I started working with her. So yes, trying on myself everything first, then
That's
giving
smart.
giving everything to my clients and speaking out the world. I do not take on the product or anything else before I try it on myself. It takes about 3 months to try a product, see the results, and then I meet the owners as well.
Mhm.
And then I can share and talk and try on other people. So
That's
that's how I go about.
That's a very
Yeah.
responsible way, and
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that very much. And one of the things that you talk a lot about in your podcast and on social media is gut health. So, what are some of the practices, the daily disciplines that you're doing to optimize your gut health right
Well,
now?
first of all, test. Testing is number one. We got to see what's happening
A
inside your
starting
body,
point. You need a
a
starting
starting
point.
point, because you can't optimize it till you know what to optimize. Do you have parasites? Do you have pathogens? Do you have H. pylori? Do you have SIBO? Do you have leaky gut? Do you process like digest fats, proteins? I mean, there's so much to see in one test, but make sure you choose a right test. There's a lot of
Questionable.
questionable tests on the market, especially consumer friendly. I always
Mm,
say there's a one or two are very good consumer friendly, but I would stick with the medical professional ones,
mhm.
like from functional doctors or health
Yes.
coaches myself. Like, and then we can see where you at and optimize that. So microbiome is a vast anti-aging thing. If we are not optimizing our gut, brain is lacking,
Yes.
brain fog. There's so hormones are lacking because everything's coming from gut. So I start with the gut number one.
Yep.
And so I started myself about 7 years ago optimizing my gut. My gut was only at 30% of healthy. I was
Wow.
shocked, and I was a younger woman. I was like, wow. And so I started optimizing. So in the past 2, 3 years, I test so much, my gut is at 85%.
Wow.
And it
Congratulations.
changes everything and look of your
It
skin,
does.
wrinkles, glow, brain fog goes away. You are just unstoppable. So
Yes.
I say if you can optimize your gut, that's the number one step in longevity.
I love it. Yeah, I actually want to quote you on something that you shared on social media. This was a recent post on Instagram, and it was a video. You said, biohacking isn't a trend, it's a choice. I don't chase health, I master it. And I think that really embodies the bold pioneer kind of energy that the biohacking movement is known for. So, what is on the wild frontier of biohacking for you in this next year?
All right. So definitely stem cells.
Okay.
I'm gonna do plasma exchange for myself
Okay.
because we got to remove our inflammation. Everyone has it. There's If you do not remove the inflammation by certain like plasmapheresis or cleaning your blood, then there's no way you can actually clean up very well at certain age, right? Everyone
Mm,
has that. So for me, plasma exchange would be end of August.
okay.
Then I'd like to try stem cells. I'm just picking and choosing which ones or which company to use, which is really important. And what else? I mean, I think that's the number two steps that in my longevity this for this year.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, how can the viewers follow you on your journey? Because I'm sure you're going to be posting about it,
Oh yeah.
just as you posted about your mom's plasma exchange. We want to follow along and see how it goes. So, how can our viewers stay connected with you?
Instagram Natalia Naila, TikTok Natalia Naila, YouTube Natalia Naila, and my podcast is Wellness is Life.
And I love your podcast.
Thank
It's been
you.
so good. And as you're following her on the podcast and on social media, remember to stay up to date with Pulse PEMF and the PulseCast, as we're going to be interviewing a lot more voices who are bringing the buzz of the biohacking movement. We're not just talking about wellness, we are actually living it and walking
Yes.
it. So,
And by the way, I do use Pulse a lot. I don't have it at home yet, but I go to a clinic, Hurry to Health in LA, and he has two PMF, your Pulse's beds. So I use it once a week, 1 hour. It changes how your cells react. And then from that, you can optimize it even more. So I'd like to have one day post PMF in my home. It's
yes,
coming one day.
it's
I'm working
coming.
on it because I
Absolutely.
think it's Pulse PMF. It's really one of the hacks that you should be doing either at home or one of the
I
clinics.
wholeheartedly agree. It
Yeah.
has become a daily discipline in my house. And actually, at nighttime before bed, I have a family of six, three daughters and a one-year
Oh,
old son, and all of us are fighting
seriously?
for the pulse at the end of the day.
Love
It has
that.
become this daily discipline that we all
Yeah,
enjoy, and we notice a huge difference in our sleep
it
and how we
is.
feel the next day. It
Yeah.
is one of those foundational biohacks that has transformed our
Yeah.
family for
Your
sure.
cells become alive
Yes.
after being on the pulse.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I
Everything.
just did a session with someone and he said, I felt like every part of my being was alive when I
Yep.
came off the pulse. And I was like, that embodies exactly what the way you
Yeah.
feel. I just never heard someone put it that
Yeah.
way
And puts
before.
you in the parasympathetic mode, relaxes you, which is important, right?
Yes,
Because we have so much stress out there, especially for entrepreneurs, busy people. So even though if you have a mat, PMF mat, that also will start a good starting point to have in your house, which I'm
absolutely.
working on it. Maybe this weekend I'll walk away with some kind of a PMF device.
That would be amazing. I can't wait to see that on your
Yes,
Instagram feed
for
as well. Would
sure.
love to see
Thank you.
that.
so much.
Thank you for your time here on the PulseCast. Make sure you follow Natalia Naila. She was on the cover of the Biohacking Women of Biohacking for a reason. So stay connected, as she is such a good broker of information with a lot of the breakthroughs that are coming. And we will see you on the PulseCast in our next conversation. Bye-bye.